Good morning. Pancakes for breakfast. So the reason I'm eating pancakes for breakfast, but I'll come to that in a minute. The first thing I want to talk about this morning is I was talking with a Taoist fella here, the lad who studies Taoism, practices Taoism, the other day. Quite an interesting conversation because we're talking about purpose and meaning and all that shit. And he told me a very good story, which still is resonating with me and it'll probably stay resonating with me until I share it with you. So he's telling me there was this big, magnificent tree in the middle of a plateau, but a big, magnificent tree that cows used to take shelter under. And he said, like, when you come up close to the tree and examine the tree, you know, you might wonder how did this tree get to be so magnificent, and you walk up and you examine the tree, you find that the bark is all gnarled and the trunk is twisted and so you can't make a table out of it. It's no good for making furniture. You can't get a straight plank out of it. When you taste the fruit tastes like shit. In other words, the tree is good for nothing, and that's how the tree became so magnificent. So the moral of this story is, even if you're good for fuck all, you might still be good to become magnificent. So, as I say, we'd hear the doctrines that accommodate her inclinations. So, that's for all you that feel like you're good for fuck all. That's for all you that feel like you're good for fuck all. Make you feel better about yourselves. You just sit there and tell yourself that story again and again. That maybe you're going to be magnificent. Anyway, what was I going to say to you? Yeah, I was going to talk about the reason I'm eating pancakes. The reason I'm eating pancakes yesterday and today is because what was yesterday? Yesterday was Saturday, was it? Yes, yesterday was Saturday. On Friday, I had some food and I had enough food maybe for 2 or 3 days. Maybe if I stretched it out 3 days, but I'd rather do 2 decent days. But on Friday I ate it all. And I got these inclinations, this hungry. And hungry is just a feeling. And as I said to you before, hungry is just a feeling. And you can overcome this inclination and you can actually, you can say to yourself, well, no, I'm going to be disciplined and I'm not going to eat this. But to be honest, on Friday I did get this feeling of hunger. And I just said, universe, what's this? Why are you trying to prove it? But so I said, I don't care. I'll eat it all anyway. I believe in the Zen thing, Now I do like to take the odd bit from the Buddhists. I do like to take an odd bit from the Buddhists. For example, I always do say, there's not so much as a snowflake falls out of place. But I do like to take an odd bit from the Buddhists. And what was it? Well, yeah. And there's a saying in Zen, eat when you're hungry and sleep when you're tired. And I do rather like this one, and I do adhere to this one because I don't really I say time is an illusion, so I get up at all sorts of hours. I go to bed early, late, all sorts of hours. I sleep when I'm tired and I eat basically when I'm hungry. So on the Friday I got this inclination to eat and I just said, well, fuck it. And when I was eating it, the universe said to me, well, what are you going to do for tomorrow and the next day? And I said, I don't give a fuck. I said, I don't give a fuck. Do what you like. And I said, you're going to be hungry, you're going to something. I said, do whatever you like. Do what you like. The ball is in your court, your move, Batman. You know what I mean? Your move. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. I'm perfectly fine with it. I don't give 2 fucks. But then I came along and we were talking about gambling, we were talking about this friend of a friend who was doing a bit of gambling. And I said, highs and lows. Highs and lows, I said to myself. And I just said to myself, sure, that's me. That's me. Highs and lows. Highs and lows. I ate all the food, now I have no food. But that's perfectly okay with me because I sat down one time and I was studying the Buddhism. Remember I said I was studying the Buddhism and the Hinduism. And they're all about this balance and this this just needing enough, and this just balance, just balance, just balance. Basically, don't rock the boat, don't rock the boat. They're all about this, just don't rock the boat, don't rock the boat, you know. Don't swing the, you ever see the swing boats, you know? They're basically don't swing the boat too hard, because if you swing the boat too hard, if the pendulum swings or the swing boat swings a distance to the right, it has to swing in equal but opposite distance to the left in order to keep momentum. So basically, the harder you swing the boat, the more of a roller coaster your life is going to be. And I said to myself, yeah, but I don't want to. They're recommending like that you hold the pendulum in the middle. Basically, you know, don't swing the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. You know what I'm saying? But I say, no, let's rock the fuck out of the boat. Let's rock the fuck out of the boat, because that's how you truly live. And I learned how to fucking ride the crest of the wave, and fucking when I'm down at the bottom of the wave, that's fucking okay. I'd rather AC current. I'd rather things go like this rather than like this. I'd rather do this. Do you understand? That's in my nature, and that's a conscious decision I made. But once you make this conscious decision and you're riding the crest of the wave, you have to know that you're going to there's going to be a low. And that's what I'm saying. But brace yourself for this low. Not try to not live. You know, do you understand what I'm saying? So I made this choice. I said to myself, no, I'll eat now. I could be dead tomorrow. And I could be dead today. But I'm so happens I'm not dead. I'm sitting here eating pancakes. And I'm thankful for that I can sit here and eat pancakes. My suffering is very much, you know, can very much bring you in touch with the fact that you're very much alive. And if you're afraid to suffer, you're going to be afraid to live. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you find yourself living this mediocre life, and you might as well be dead because you're afraid to live. And this is the whole point of memento mori, that you accept the fact that we're going to die. And then you, once you accept this fact that you're going to die, you can nearly do what you like. You can smoke, have drugs, drink. You can do what you like because you accepted we're going to die. There's no point trying to drag the shit out of it, you know what I mean? Quality, not quantity, isn't that it? As I always say, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. And then when of course I ran into the ramifications of my lifestyle, I accepted that too. I just, well, that's perfectly okay at a great time. But this comes to the same with the environment. To know that we're all going to die. We're all going to die. And that if you seriously want zero carbon, you can do away with the electricity, with the gas, with all the creature comforts, and all the things that make your life so fucking comfortable. Because if you're not prepared to do away with these things, you're just a hypocrite because you're acting against your own interest. So your interest is to live this comfortable lifestyle, drive these nice cars. But unless you want to go and live like a hippie on the side of a mountain, you're acting in your own interest to be talking about climate change. You only blow smoke out your arse. But if you accept the fact that we're all going to die, then you can say to yourself, yeah, but what level of how do I want to live? How do I want to live? Will we just set fire to this thing and fucking go out in a blaze of glory, or we will try and live this miserable existence where we try to just cling to life, and as a collective we live with no carbon emissions, no nothing. Let's just reduce life to live it on the side of the mountain. Like when I was up with the hippies, I said to myself, this is exactly like the Gauls used to live. You know, shiting in a ditch to dig a trench, you go shite in a ditch and cover it in like a dog, like a cat. But as I said, this is exactly how the Gauls used to live. And then Julius Caesar came for a reason. You know what I mean? Like he said to himself, right, you think you're going to live here forever in this little utopia, riding horses and skinning chickens. He more or less said, like, you know, we have to fucking change is the only constant. So he brought sewerage systems, and he brought fucking, and this is what you now call civilization. But unless you want to go back and live like the hippies, talking about climate change and all that bollocks, you're only acting in your own interest. It's complete hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying? But if you just accept that we're all going to die, let's go out in a blaze of glory, like. Let's fucking drive. If those, for those of us of which it's possible, let's drive our Hummers and our Mustangs and everything else. Fuck this carbon shite. You know what I'm saying? Fuck this carbon shite. Unless you want to be absolute hypocrites. Fuck the carbon shite. Good morning to you.